Hey, what's up, my little Tattle Tells? How y'all doing today? Well, listen, if you are Kanye West, baby, all I can say is, wow, the pressure is getting worse. Yo, do you know he just got kicked out of his bank accounts with JP Morgan Chase? Now, here's the thing, Tattle Tells, right? Because y'all know I do investigations, or at least I try my best to, right? Some call it being messy. I call it keeping you guys informed. But listen, did you know that this whole thing with JP Morgan Chase, everybody thinks it's to his remarks. And yes, that was a horribness. But you know what? I did a little digging. This looks like this is a long simmering feud between him and Adidas. Because guess who is in bed with Adidas? Is it clicking? JP Morgan Chase. Y'all, listen. All I gotta say this, they saw Kanye West self-destructing and was like, yo, let's get in and see if we can get our agenda across. And baby, it looks like it worked. Let's get into this deep dive, all right? Because again, the thing about this Kanye West drama, nothing as if it seems. And for y'all being like, oh my God, this was just a publicity plant going wrong. What type of publicity this looks like? Kim literally had to hire extra security in exchange for her kids not getting expelled from school. The only person winning out of this is Candace Owens. Shout out to the Black Queen. Who would have thought that someone that don't like BM is literally in bed with someone that don't like BWs? I'm just saying, look at life. Look at life. Okay, so let's get into this, right? Hit that like and subscribe button, please, on your way in. I mean, shout out to me bringing y'all the tea on vacation. Listen, whoever rolled their eyes, that wasn't for you. Everybody else hit that like and subscribe button. All right, let's get into this intrigue. Kanye West, bank pulled out before his anti-everybody attacks. Yo, Kanye West is a real life embodiment of Dave Chappelle's skit When Keeping It Real Goes Wrong. They said, while many people assume JP Morgan Chase Bank cut ties with Kanye West after his recent anti-everybody attacks, the decision was actually made weeks ago after Ye voiced his displeasure with the bank. And a letter circulated by Candace Owens Wednesday night, which had the date cropped out, Chase announced it was ending the relationship with Yeezy Incorporated. However, a source familiar with the correspondence tells us the letter was actually sent back on September 20th, well before Kanye wore that t-shirt that ended everybody's good time, and before he made anti-everybody remarks, right? If you don't remember, the thing actually said, we're sending a letter to confirm our recent discussion that this is the letter JP Morgan Chase sent to Kanye. The date was cropped up. Okay, so it's as important. Closing of our banking relationship. Now, I talked to a few finance people, and one very, very astute woman, I'm going to have her on the show to actually break this down. And she was saying months ago that JP Morgan Chase was giving Kanye the runaround, trying to make him move money, this and that, waiting because they didn't want him to withdraw because JP Morgan Chase was in bed with Adidas, and they were trying to make sure that Kanye was either locked in or cash poor so he couldn't make the moves he needed to make. Okay. Now this was weeks ago. So apparently Kanye met with the bank. Matter of fact, who would have thought that Kanye would be talking to TMZ, because this is coming straight from Kanye. I don't care what y'all say. Anyway, they said, we're sending a letter to confirm our recent discussion that JP Morgan Chase has decided to end its banking relationship with Yeezy LLC and its affiliated entities, collectively the company. To provide the company with sufficient time to transition to another financial institution, we will continue to maintain the accounts attached as Exhibit A, including all related products and services until November 21st, 2022. To avoid any transaction delays, we suggest that you stop processing company transactions and or using any products associated with the account 5 business days before the scheduled closure date set forth below. After that, the bank will close any open accounts and after deduction of any permissible service charges and pending transactions. Remit all remaining funds in the form of a check delivered to... Basically, they're saying stop making deposits on your account, because every time you make a deposit on your account, the clock starts over. Make sure that you don't have any auto pay. Make sure that payday loan ain't hitting on Friday. Make sure all that stuff is clear. And then we're going to cut your account a check for what we owe you based off of the difference of any fees, services, and stuff that we have already rendered and can charge you. They said, we ask that you act promptly to transfer your business to another financial institution before November 1st, 2022. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to call your usual banking contact. Thank you sincerely. Now, again, if he does not move it to a different bank, they're literally going to cut him a cashier's check for however much he got in there and tell him to go about his merry way. Now, they say, you have to remember, it was early September when Kanye aired out his grievances with Chase, writing, I went to JP Morgan, but of course they won't give me no deal because Jen Ulrich is on the board of both Adidas and JP Morgan. Obviously, they're saying it's clear that Ye had beef with his bank, and the fact the letter was dated shortly after the rap seemingly indicates his beef led to the end of the working relationship. That's what everybody else was thinking. But honestly, also with Adidas and the Yeezy deal, I think they were also trying to publicly embarrass him. Again, people talk about, oh, it's just business. It's not. People got egos. People don't like it when people show out. They were really trying to kick him when he was down. Now, we can argue, baby, you put your own self down. You literally took a ladder to the top. You took an elevator to the top floor and then, decided to just take a flight back down the quick way. But it's important to note, they're saying, let's not forget that Kanye's words have gotten him into some trouble as of late, gaining criticism from the public and even causing LeBron James and Maverick Carter to pull an episode of The Shop with Kanye before it even aired because of the dangerous stereotypes he allegedly spewed in the interview. Now, let me just actually pause, because we need to call TMZ to the front of the church. So Van Lathan, his podcast is actually really good. If you don't know who Van Lathan is, he used to work for TMZ. He was one of the people, he was the only person actually that when Kanye was doing his infamous slave, SL, I don't want to get demonetized, was a choice. He's the one that stood up and saying, what you're saying is dangerous, reckless, and I live in the real world, right? While Candace Owens was in the corner smirking. Listen, I don't think Candace is controlling Kanye at all. I think this is Kanye's heart. He is showing us. I do believe that Candace is fine to profit from it. I do believe, you know what they say, bad influences, but she can't be a bad influence because when he wanted to cut her off, he cut her out of his whole life. We can't keep treating Kanye like he's this genius little kid mastermind. Ninja, you either grown or you're not. I'm siding with you are grown and there's consequences to your actions. And this is one of them, You know what they say, it's not an ego if you can back it up, but let's see. If we see Kanye at Payday Loans trying to cash that cashier's check from Chase Bank, I'll have to laugh. But let's call TMZ to the front, because Van Lathan actually said that one of the reasons he left TMZ, and I'm paraphrasing, is he felt that it was incredibly demeaning that they aired the 400 years was a choice and this and that. But afterwards, what you didn't see is they cut cameras and they made and he did a whole rant on Yeezys, right? I'll let you figure that out, and all that other stuff, right? So again, with TMZ, I don't know why they chose to let that part out, but the part that really could have gotten them into trouble, they ran interference. And let's not forget, TMZ is super, super cozy with the Kardashians. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, my little Tattle Tells, let me know what you think in the comments. I'm going to be chasing this, but nothing is what it seemed, and everybody is trying to get their best interest. And that's the thing. Kanye is out of his mind. He is anti. I am off of him. I don't even see how he's going to, at least in my mind, y'all can keep following that ninja all you want. I don't see how he's going to come back from this. I don't see what he can do. I don't even care if he says, oh, no, I've gone crazy. I don't care, because I know plenty of people that have gone crazy, and it don't make you an R word. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just curious to also see that there's so many things going on. And you know what they say, just because you're crazy doesn't mean they're not out to get you. And it looks like Adidas and JP Morgan Chase and that mess he pulled, putting people's pictures, the Adidas board and Jen Ulrich and all this other stuff. It looks like they're not done with them yet. But he said it's war. He said it's MF and war. And baby, that's what you got. Let's see what you want to do, right? Let's see if this is going to be your Waterloo or this is going to be your normity. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments, and I will talk to you later. Bye.